What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this week I'm going to be doing spark plugs for the Evo 10. So for this job, I actually bought a specialized tool for spark plugs. It's like a socket extension for spark plugs. The reason why I bought this is because whenever you're doing spark plugs, you have to have the spark plug be able to connect to a socket wrench to take out the spark plug. But there are other ways of doing it. For example, you could use a rubber hose and then make the tip of the spark plug get stuck to the rubber hose and pull it out that way. But to make life a little simpler, I just bought the tool. For the spark plug job today, I'm going to be using NGK spark plugs, and the part number is ILKR8E6. So this is what's used for an Evo 10. So let's get to opening this up and I'll check if this actually fits the spark plugs that I'm going to be using. This is the spark plug socket and it has a swiveling head, so I guess it's for ease of use. And if I look into the socket itself, it does look a lot different from a regular socket. Alright, so I'll try to zoom into this so that you could see this. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. Alright, I'm going to take one of the spark plugs and put it into here to see if it actually holds the spark plug. Okay, so the spark plugs come like this. It says NGK ILK R8E6. And it's good that they have these little cardboard protection pieces because you don't want to damage this. So now I'm going to put it in, see if it fits. Oh. Actually, this is magnetic, so I guess that's even more helpful. There are sockets that are non-magnetic and only use a rubber gasket to hold the spark plug in place. So, put it in. Alright, it doesn't fall out. That's awesome. There is another thing that I wanted to show you guys. I bought another tool set and I think it's actually a lot better than Craftsman. It is a little bit pricier in the $140, $150 range, but these are socket wrenches and they are really heavy duty. When they say to invest in good, reliable tools, I feel like this is what they mean. And if you actually hold even one of these sockets, it's a lot heavier than my Craftsman set. I was using this for one of my household jobs and the difference is insane. It has a really satisfying clicking sound, and I feel like this is one of the best purchases I've made so far for tools. This isn't a paid sponsorship or anything. I just was very happy with this purchase and I just wanted to show you guys what it was. So it's KBOISHA if you guys are ever interested in buying this set. This shouldn't be too long of a job, so let's go outside and I'll show you guys the process of how to do it. This is my first time doing this as well, so if I can do it, you can probably do it too. So let's go. To get things started, I'm going to take off this engine cover, and the way to do it is just pull up from here. Very simple. So it's held in by 4 places, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are the 4. To show you guys in detail of what I'm going to be doing, I'm probably going to be unplugging these plugs first because I heard it's a lot harder to pull these out after these are taken out. So what I'm going to do is pull these out first and then take out these 10mm bolts and then pull it out and then take out the old spark plug, put in the new spark plug, and then put everything back together. So let's get started and I'll show you the process. And now let's take the coil packs out. Alright, and that's the coil pack. So I'm going to do this one by one, just to make sure that nothing gets inside. So I'm going to pull these out a little bit to keep track of what I've done and what I've not done. Leave it like that. Let's start with the first one right here. Okay, gonna stick the socket inside. Alright, and it's grabbed on. Alright, and here's the spark plug. It does seem like it's actually pretty new, and it is because I did it in my 60K service and my car is at about 76,000. I thought might as well change it out because it has been a couple of years since I've replaced these. So let's get to the other three. This is a little side-by-side comparison of the new and the old. The old one, you can tell it's a little older because it has little marks on the side. Kind of looks like burn marks. And this portion is a lot dirtier. So I guess that's pretty much the biggest difference, but I'm going to be changing this out and putting this one in. And it's magnetic so it doesn't fall out. We'll put it in. After you hand tighten it, you don't want it to be too tight because of the heat cycles and it could crack in there. So 360, I'm probably gonna turn it about 35 to 45 degrees. Not even that. All right, probably turned it about 1/16 of a full circle, and that should be good. So don't over tighten that. I'm gonna put the coil pack back in, then move on to the next one. Just to give you guys a better idea of how it looks inside, when you pull the coil pack out, this is how it looks. So inside, you can see the spark plug tip. Alright, so leave this to the side, put it in. And then it should get into place. So loosen it up. It's a little bit hard sometimes. So you might have to use two hands. It almost feels like you're stripping the thread, but from what I saw from the other two, it's perfectly fine. There we go. There is the spark plug. Alright, put the coil pack back in. Now for the last one. This is a 5/8 socket, just in case you guys needed to know. That's the size for the spark plugs. Alright, we're done. So now all you have to do is put on all the coil packs and then bolt them down. Make sure to bolt them very lightly because you don't want to break the bolts. It's about 10 to 15, which is very low. So the method that I'm going to use is I'm going to hand tighten it as far as possible, and then I'm going to do the same 1/16 of a circle turn with the socket wrench. Now just plug these back in and then you're set. Now I'm going to finish everything off by putting the cover on. Alright, perfect. Considering that was my first time ever doing a spark plug replacement, I say this is one of the easier mods that you can do for your car. It's not considered a mod but more of a maintenance job. Instead of paying people to do this for you, you saw how easy it was to do this, right? If you have maybe an hour extra to do this is the most simplest job that I've done so far, I feel. So now let's make sure that I did a good job and see if the engine starts without any misfires. Alright, perfect. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later!